YouTube isn't just for the influencers. It's actually a powerful tool for service providers, and it's going to help them showcase their expertise and generate quality leads. And today I am super excited to share Ashley's story, a system strategist who joined the Low Lift Club with hesitations around video editing and thumbnails, but quickly transformed her entire approach to marketing. As a chief systems officer who helps entrepreneurs streamline their business operations, Ashley knew that she needed to find a way to demonstrate her expertise beyond just Instagram. And what's really cool is how she's managed to create a channel that is consistently generating leads and sales, even with just 8 videos and just a couple of views. In this success story, you're going to discover how she overcame her initial resistance to YouTube and the strategic way she's using lead magnets to attract her ideal clients, her practical approach to content creation as a busy business owner, and how data tracking has transformed her marketing decisions. Let's go ahead and dive into my conversation with Ashley and really dig into how she's making YouTube work for her service-based business. Ashley, I'm so excited to be talking to you today. For everyone who is like watching, Ashley is the shit. She is this amazing chief systems officer. Okay. She knows everything. She will get your client experience together, your systems together. Like, she is the Airtable queen, Dubsado queen, ClickUp queen. Like, how, I don't know how she does it, but she does it. And I'm just so excited that we're talking today. And like, Ashley is a founding member in the club. Ashley, I'm just so excited to be talking to you today.
Yeah, I love all things system, strategy, tech, automations, working simpler, doing shit the easy way. So yeah, but thank you for having me. I'm always excited to talk to you.
I love to have these conversations in this series right here because I think it's really important that like every Low Lift Club member is different. Like, we're all like, everyone's on a different journey. Everyone has a different business model, different offers, different services. Like, even like for you, like you have a done for you component and you got some goodies too.
Yeah.
Like, so can you tell us a little bit more about your business model, who you serve as well?
Yep. So I work with mostly solopreneurs and agency owners that have a service-based component of their business. So whether, they don't want a team member, they want to use tech as their team, they eventually want to have a team, whatever. But I focus mostly on done for you work because that's where I feel like I thrive. So, all the girlies that are like, look, I ain't got the time, I might have the talent, but I damn sure ain't got the energy. I just want to have it done for me. And then, of course, I think we all attract DIYers in a sense. So you got to have a template shop. So I have a goodie shop full of quick and easy templates across a variety of different tools for you to just kind of go snag it, do it yourself, and go from there.
You do have a template shop for those people who like to DIY, but like, have you seen that like even people that buy like a template, like pretty soon, like they come right over to the done for you.
Yeah. I don't know, for me anyway, and I don't know, a lot of other service providers might feel this way, but I always feel like people are like, let me see if she know what she's talking about. Like, let me see if she really know her stuff first. And like, okay, she is who she says she is. Now let me just go ahead and give her my money to do everything else. So I feel like the template shop, and then especially now YouTube, has really helped me to kind of give them the facts and then go from there.
When people are using YouTube, they are searching for understanding. Like, yes, there are going to be some people who are DIYing, you know what I'm saying? Yep. And it's so great that you have some kind of resource because people go through different customer journeys. Some people just already know they are a done for you girly and they're just looking for someone who knows what the fuck is good and they can, write that check.
Right.
There's other people who are like, oh, I don't know yet. Like, what do I really need? Like, I don't really know. Yeah. And then your videos serve as that resource. And then they're like, oh, she is so smart. Maybe I should kind of get a taste of what she is all about. And then they're like, okay, let's move forward.
Take my money.
Take my money, right? And so let's talk about YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's talk about YouTube. So what made you initially like decide to use YouTube as part of your business strategy?
I have the gift of being able to literally sit down and talk about what I do in systems and strategy like hours on end, right? Like it doesn't matter who it is, what it is, I can sit here and talk about it. Like the end of 2022 is when I first was like, you know what? I should create a YouTube channel. Because I get a lot of people, whether I was like showing behind the scenes on Instagram and now even like with threads when I'm just dropping, hey, this is what I do or this is what I've done for clients. I always get people that are like, oh, tell me more. But I never really had an avenue. Like never felt like Instagram was that place for me to do that. And then I didn't want to go creating, 1,000 freebies to like try to show people. I wanted some sort of resource that I could just thrive where I thrive, and be able to kind of share that with people. So in end of 2022, I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I never did it. Beginning of 2023, I was like, it's going to be a priority. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I never did it. I kept starting and stopping because I thought I had to be an influencer, right? Like I thought I had to have like this ideal setup and, this $1 million background and, all of the zooming in and then the fireworks and shit. And I was just like, I ain't got that. I just know. So I kept starting and stopping. I was on Threads last summer and you had posted something of like, I don't know who is out there, but these Dubsado girlies, look at all these available keywords. Like, look at the ability, like the reach that you could have. And I feel like somebody tagged me and I was like, so you just talking to me? Like, you just gonna talk to me like this? So it was kind of like that light bulb moment. And I mean, for the most part, I too am a done for you girly. But if I get the framework and structure like that kick in the ass to go start, and it's simple and it's easy to follow, like, why not? And so that's what led me to Low Lift Club. Sometime like I think it was like Q3-ish of last year. And it was just what I needed to kind of have an actual plan in place, like not just out here recording random videos and hoping that they stick, but being able to like have a framework that is clearly proven that I could follow to then go get started.
Yes, look, you hit on that point about thinking that you have to be an influencer. You know how I feel about that. You already know how I feel about that. Look, we got other things to stress about in our business. We are service providers. We are serving our people. So we don't have time to try to adhere to these influencer expectations because we don't but really because really we don't really need to. And so I'm so happy that like you got into like the club, right? When you first started the club, what were you like when you was like, okay, I need to join? What were you like expecting the club to be versus now you're in here and you're like, did it match up to what you thought versus where you are now?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I feel like I expected to get like clear direction of like what the hell am I supposed to post? How am I supposed to post it? And then how do I even get found through YouTube, right? Like I think that was the biggest thing of like, okay, if I go spend the time recording these things, like are people gonna find this stuff? But I'm like, if I'm paying somebody for their expertise, like why wouldn't I listen to it? So like that was my biggest thing of like Jamar knows what he's talking about when it comes to YouTube. If I just listen and just do what he tell me to do, it'll work. So I'd say absolutely. Like I went into Lola Club with the expectation of like, okay, I'm gonna get this foundation, I'm gonna get this structure. Or your offer promise was around like getting your channel up and running in 90 days. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. Cool. Like you tell me what to do, I'm gonna go do it. And so that's kind of where we are. I got my channel up and running. I'm recording videos. I just got done right before this, so I'm like finding my groove of recording, and getting over that mindset hurdle of like, look, it ain't gotta be perfect. It just gotta be done.
And speaking of the guidance and like us really setting that foundation, you know all about my YouTube funnel framework and you know about those video types and like topics that I like recommend. When it was time to kind of start thinking about like those topics and trying to figure that stuff out, how did that process feel for you?
Yep. I really feel like it gave me that clarity to start, I should say. So like I have these ideas, and even, day to day in my business, if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna create this damn offer, it's like, no, nobody asked for that. Right? But like, it gave me the clarity to really start, right? So I think like my biggest thing is I have this thought of like, man, I think this would be helpful for people, and nobody asked me for it. So the way that you helped us to do keyword research, right? Like, what are the girlies actually searching for? And then to be able to build my topics from there and still be excited about it, right? Like, I'm not just putting out shit just to put it out, but to be able to like actually search for what folks are wanting to learn about, what they're wanting to binge about, and then how I can put my own little stank on it to then go record it for me.
A part of the Low Lift Club, we have these feedback loops too, right? And so as you're realizing, oh, this is what the girlies are searching for, right? You still also had opportunities for me to look at it through the feedback loops as well. Let's hit on the ones while you were going through that kind of like 90-day roadmap, like that first feedback loop of like your first few video like topics. Like, how did that process feel to you?
Yeah, I would definitely say it was more so validating of like, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If anybody knows you, you are not afraid to tell us the truth and be like, friend, this ain't it. Right? So really like getting started with the channel, like I had a little raggedy channel. But you kind of having us like start from scratch with like the basics of this is the foundation of a quality YouTube channel, and being able to submit that for review, and like our banners, and like the setting up the freebies and like all of those things to be like, okay, I have a foundation now that I can then go build on. It helps me to get out of my own way to get started. And I think it's a lot of people, like, it's scary to go to YouTube, right? Like, everybody in the interwebs on Beyonce's internet can see me talking about, my stuff. So I think like having that review or your eyes on like the foundation first helped to kind of give me that confidence to then go be like, okay, now I can record. I can still get your eyes on that too now that I've launched the channel. But getting that foundation in place first was very validating, and again, kind of helped me get started.
Yes. And so speaking of the foundation too, those lead magnets, honey. So I want to talk about those lead magnets because this was the most funniest situation. So you are the goody queen. You are the lead magnet queen. Okay. You have so many, you have so many. But we actually ended up creating about 3 new ones, specifically for YouTube, but you can use them anywhere too.
Right.
Do you remember that conversation? I really would love it if you would tell them.
I was really trying my damnedest because I'm like, if nothing else, Jamar's gonna give me some work to do. Again, I'm bad at creating shit that like nobody asked for. But I was like, well, I have these other freebies and I'm gonna just try to like force them into this video. And Jamar's like, no, that don't even make sense. So I was able to create, I have 4 now total. So 3 are tool specific because Jamar made me do it. But it's really helped me to even be like, so many times on threads or even Facebook groups, I'm like, oh, well, here's how I recommend you use ClickUp. Go check out this freebie, right? And so it's allowed me to kind of show my authority in a different way. I tried my damnedest to not do it. And even then, like for my my freebie geared towards my done for you offer, like I think we had an intensive. And I was just like, my people don't want a freebie. Like my people are not gonna download a freebie. And you helped me get out of my own head, out of my own way, to be like, okay, no, I can create something that isn't just a how-to guide, right? Because again, I have the done for you girly, so it's not no, they're not going to download a how-to, but if they have a way to kind of prepare themselves to work with me, they'll access that, right? So we had to kind of again, I was gonna fight you on it as long as I could, and we went back and forth. But I was able to create something that I felt good about and that I loved, and that has really helped me. But I want every lead that inquires to work with me and that books a call to access that freebie or that assessment, so that's kind of be the thing that we talk through on our sales call. So I didn't want to do it, but I did it.
But you did it, and you have been promoting that thing,
yeah.
honey. That freebie. Oh my gosh, that assessment is hidden, and it's such a great resource for people who don't know you either, right? Because you're kind of assessing things, right? They get to see your authority, especially for those people who are a done for you girly, right? Like yes, we have the platform specific ones too, right? Because if we're making a Dubsado video, we need some type of next step for a Dubsado free, right? And so that whole process was so fun. But let me tell you, when you locked in though, you locked in.
Yep.
And you made, like, when you decided, you decided.
I was like, okay, I got them, and they boom, boom, bam, they done. But yeah.
So that whole process has been so fun to do, and it's been so great to just. It's been so fun, like working through these things with you too. Like that's one of like the things that I really love about the Low Lift Club is just being able to like actually see you and actually like be able to build that rapport with you to that you won't be upset if I'm like, now girl, this is not giving what it's supposed to give.
Right. But I think you truly want to take action, right? If you truly want to, move the needle or whatever, like get to wherever it is the hell you want to get to. If you're going to pay somebody for their expertise, like you got to listen to it, right? Like I don't want somebody that's going to tell me what I want to hear, because again, I could just do that shit. I could do that for free. I can tell myself all day what I want to hear, right? And so I think, we all value that direction and that, you're going to hold us accountable to do the things that we said we wanted to do. But it's much needed and clearly working. So,
and speaking of working, can you tell us a little bit around like what's going on with your channel? Because honey, the girls have been opting into the lead magnets. They have been buying some things from you, and I would love to know like how does that make you feel, and like what is going on over there?
It's literally doing what I hoped it would do, in that it's allowing me to showcase my authority in a way that people might not get unless they go ahead and work with me, right? So I've had folks that's just binged the channel and then bought template after template after template, or I see, oh, they done signed up for all 3 lead magnets, right? And so it's really allowed me to again grab a video and drop it in a thread or drop it in a Facebook group, and people to continue to be engaged, to be like, oh, I love the way Ashley talks about this, right? I got, I'm meeting with the lead tomorrow who found me on the YouTube channel, and she's like, yo, I saw the way you did these things. I want to talk about if that will work for me in my business or how you could help me, right? And so I understand that my people need to, they probably already know what it is that they want to do. They're just looking for the person that can help get them from, idea or vision to actual implementation. And so I'm able to use YouTube as that channel to kind of show, I like to say my secret sauce, right? But show my secret sauce, how I do things. There are 1,001 certified Dubsado specialists, right? But we all do things a little bit different. We all have our own approach to things. And so YouTube allows me to kind of stand out a little bit more and just kind of, again, show my authority in a different way that I'm not really able to get in other social platforms.
Yes, because the Dubsado specialists are not doing it. Quite frankly, okay. There's like 5 of y'all. There's like 5 of y'all on YouTube.
Right.
Like what? But no. So that makes me so happy to hear. And one of the things that I think is really important is that that they came from YouTube. These people downloaded your freebie from YouTube. That they downloaded the freebie and then bought the thing inside the shop, and that they came from YouTube. Now, this, but the people don't know that I am a very, very, very like we got to measure and track
Yeah.
where our leads come from.
Yep.
Obviously, you know that already,
Yeah.
right? Doing it in this way that I teach inside the club, like how has that changed how you now are looking at your data even more now?
Yep, yep. It definitely. I mean, I'm as a systems girly. I love me some good data, some good numbers. But I am. If I put a damn UTM parameter on everything under the sun now, and I didn't, like I didn't really even think to, I had Google Analytics set up on my website. From a Dubsado perspective, I got a little drop down of how did you find me, but I wasn't really able to see before in a clear, consistent way of like, okay, this person, downloaded my freebie, yay. But I was relying on them to type it into this little Thrive card box. But now I'm able to more confidently know, like, yo, my YouTube banner is getting clicks, right? Like people are paying attention to that. A video that I posted either last month or the end of the year around Dubsado proposals has been popping lately. Like I'm getting the bulk of my Dubsado freebie is coming from that particular video. Like I wouldn't know that otherwise, right? So that allows me to know, like, okay, well, what other videos do I need to go back and optimize, or what do I need to lean into? Like, why was this one popping the way it was? But I wouldn't know that if I didn't have this structure or this data in place. So when we got through to that module, I was geeked to go set it up, and now I put a UTM parameter on everything.
Yes. Really, really, that just makes my heart so happy because, as you know, like that's one of the things that discourage business owners a lot, right? Like when they first start a channel, they put all this energy into creating the videos and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
They don't really know if it's working. All they see is, I don't know, like 80 views on a video. Right. Do views matter? Do views and subscribers matter? Like matter, Ashley?
Yeah, subscribers, no. And I think that too was like when I started, I'm like, man, if I don't have like a few thousand subscribers, like I'm raggedy, right? But the girlies are still buying without being a subscriber, without, that number. I think I'm at a little over 100 right now. Like, yes, I'm excited about that, but that's not stopping me from making money from my channel, or from getting leads from my channel, or from getting people that binge my products, right? Like I had somebody that found me from YouTube, and she purchased like 5 products in a row. Like that may not have happened if she didn't find my YouTube video, right? Getting the content out there, getting the right content out there, ultimately I feel like really has helped me to, make sales in a way that truly now is passive at this point.
Oh, I love that. So let's talk about your videos because I want people to know that this is happening without you having hundreds of views, like hundreds and thousands of views. It's not like, I don't want people to think like, oh yeah, well it's just because she has like 1,000 views upon that video. Of course, it's probably making her leads or whatever. No. Ashley, how many views do you have probably up on these videos?
So I'd say, I have total video. I don't know about views. Well, I probably got like 100 different views. What am I averaging? Like 100 views a month, I think.
Don't worry about it. I'll look at it.
I'm about to say you got the number.
I'll look at it
because I think I have like 8 videos total. And Jamar talks about me. I was like, you ain't even got that many videos. I'm working on it. but I think I have 8 videos total, and they doing what they need to do.
They are working for you. They're working for you, right? Yeah. You got things to do. You are a mother. Okay. You are a CEO, a wife, you know what I'm saying? But you're still able, but your YouTube channel is still able to at least contribute to some revenue, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And to building up your marketing ecosystem, which is really important to like how people interact with you, to your customer journey of how people end up wanting to work with you in the long run.
Absolutely.
And so this is really, really like fun. And so I want to pull this up. And so I'm pulling it up right now. Yes. The highest views that you have on a video is 249 views. Okay. The other ones average around like 130, 102. You know what I'm saying? And that's not like 200, 175. And that's not to downplay it at all. That's what I say. I'm like, your channel is doing great.
Yeah.
Right. And it's because we know what's actually happening on the back end.
Right. And it's reaching the people who it needs to reach. So, yeah.
Period. It's reaching people who it needs to reach. And I just looked up like your channel. I obviously have access to your channel. And because a part of the Lilith Club, when you launch your channel, you get to add me to it, and I'm able to actually like dig into the channel, dig into each and every video, each and every month, right? And so, can you maybe talk a little bit about the channel audits and like the role that they play in your YouTube strategy? If it helps it, hurts it, whatever.
For me, they really helped me in like being confident that like just because I put out a video and I came up with a description, like that's just not like the end all be all, right? Like right now I'm in the middle of finishing up a video to post when we're done. But I know I'm like, cool, I can submit this next month. You know, Jamar can look at it, see progress to date, but then he can also tell me how to improve it, right? Whether it's updating the thumbnail or updating the tags and updating the description, right? Like it's all, I'm always able to continue to optimize videos. I'm able to like, okay, hey, this video I posted in January and got no views, right? Like, hey, how can I make this better? So it's not just the like, I feel like with Instagram, you know, like we might post something. If they don't do numbers quick, we just move on. It is what it is. But with YouTube, because it's so heavy and, you know, searching and SEO, there's always room to make it better that we might not see face up, but you can, right? So you can be like, yep, let's go ahead and improve this or let's do that. And so it gives me that ability to continue to improve my channel on things that I've already created versus me having to go like Instagram. I'm like, man, let me go ahead and redo this whole carousel and redo all of that, right? Also not overthinking posting as much too, because I have that review each month before. So like the funnel review before I do something next month, right? Like these videos that I'm working on now, you reviewed for me and was like, yep, that sounds good. I recommend you focus here even before I start recording. So it gives me that guidance or support that I need ahead of time before I sit down and record. And then once I'm done or I've posted videos, then I can get your feedback on ways to keep making it better.
Who else is doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is doing this? Okay, like I'm just like,
what? Talk about shit.
but I like love this so much because and it's one of those things to where it's like I want to be a part of this journey. Like I really want to be your strategist. Like I want you to feel like you have a strategist in your corner all the time. There was some friction. There's friction everywhere with you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember the friction with the thumbnails? Do you remember like how you were like how we went back and forth on your thumbnail designs?
And how, if I wanted to be in the thumbnail or not?
Yes, you were like, boy, these thumbnails is too much. But let me tell you this, you stuck through it. I was able to implement a whole template library that now has thumbnails because I realized that like, oh, these are harder for y'all than what I thought because it's like starting from scratch each video, right? Yep. And so now I have this template library. Do you mind telling me how you're benefiting and using the template library now?
Yep. So before the template library, I was using Canva. You know, like Canva, you can search for YouTube stuff, and I was just like, this is a lot. this is a fucking lot. But with the templates, I'm able to literally crank them out like immediately. So yesterday I went live, and after the live, I was able to quickly optimize the video based off of the framework that we talked about in the live challenge. And then I was able to go download a template, a thumbnail template, drop in my my brand picture because I was like, look, this is what I look like. But I'm gonna drop in a brand picture, tweak it, and then go post it. And then I didn't have to think about it, right? Like I think that things like that are what would catch me up before when I thought about getting started, right? Like you go again, we think we got to be these influencers, right? And these people got these beautiful thumbnail images and, you know, all of the things. And, you know, I didn't want it to be raggedy either. So I'm gonna just not do anything. But having the templates in place allows me to just quickly go ahead, drop in my picture, change some text, add my brand colors, throw that bitch up and keep on going.
The way that you're talking right now, honey, you are you know how to do this. Like you have the system, right? You have the system in place. How has your confidence in using YouTube for business changed
Yeah.
since joining the Low Lift Club?
Yeah. It's changed drastically. Like I have been able to so far, the last 3 months I've gotten at least 2 videos out a month, which I am very proud about. By the
Yes.
way. But I've been able to like kind of walk in or really step into the things that I'm really good at, right? Like of again, it took me 15 minutes to record a new video today. I used to get stuck on editing, and we talked Jamar shared other tools that I could potentially use. It took me another 15 to 20 to go edit. I got my description ready to go, and like literally I just need to go upload, right? It's not so much of a burden to go get started, right? Like thinking through, man, I gotta record, I gotta edit, like I don't know editor, whatever. I'm able to quickly crank things out. Like the live that I did yesterday, I thought about that sometime last week. Like, yo, this will be a good way to promote my upcoming challenge. I have the structure of how a live should be structured. Jamar just dropped a video on using Riverside for lives, and I was like, "Ooh, got it, done." And then again, optimize it so that yes, it's geared towards promoting my challenge, but this could be just another video on my channel that shows me as the authority. So it's really just kind of allowed me to get out of my own way and kind of knock down all those objections that I had of like, nope, I can't get started because it is, or I can't do it because it is. Like, nah, bitch, you ain't got no excuses now. You just need to sit down and do it.
No excuses, because because you already know what happens when you tell me an excuse, ma'am. Be on that ass. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
So because this is so good, man, because one of the things that I think is so important, like just like how you're talking about, like you're doing like live streams and you're doing YouTube videos, like both can coexist.
Yeah.
If you don't have time to edit, you can go and do a live stream if you want, right? If you have an idea, like it seems like you have space to be more inspired and to like just do stuff now.
Absolutely. And again, it was like leaning into the things that I'm good at, right? Like I can talk about this shit all day, and it doesn't have to be so curated as you might have to do on like Instagram, right? I can sit down and just talk, and then okay, I can edit out the stuff that, if I'm going off on tangents. But yeah, it definitely allows me to have that definitely just be more confident in showing up in a way that's comfortable for me. And then I can take from this and create other content, create the blog posts and the short form content from this stuff. It's helped me a lot to just kind of get started, get out of my own way. So I'm good at that. I know y'all are.
and you have been working so hard on that, and it surprises me every single day. Like even when you just dropped inside the YouTube huddle of like what you were going to do this week, you were like, all right, I'm back, I did it. I'm like, what?
Yep. I just, hey, look, ain't nobody got time to be playing. Like there is money to be made. Okay. So let me go ahead and do what I need to do. Like my ideal client is just waiting to hear from me in some capacity. So let me just go ahead and show up the way they need me to.
I love that. And on that note, my final question to you is, what advice would you give these service providers who are considering using YouTube for lead generation and they've been looking at the club, but maybe they're on the fence? Like, what advice would you give to them?
I would say, yes, you can do it on your own, right? But imagine how much further you could get, how much more confident you could be, how many more people you could reach if you had an expert in your corner guiding you through it, right? Like having a proven framework. Like for me, it was, I go stalk Jamar's channel before I even joined, right? Like, you know what I mean? And I've known people that worked with you in one-to-one capacity in the past, right? But being able to say like, yo, this is a proven framework. I'm not just pulling the shit out of my ass. This is proven framework that can work for anybody as long as you follow it. So yes, you can do it. You can keep on struggling. on your own. You launched that channel 5 years ago, and you don't even look like that no more. And you recorded one video and was like, "This is too hard," right? But imagine how much easier it could be. Like, you got the audits and then the funnel reviews and all of that. Just do it. I promise you. It's it's the method behind the madness. Just do it and get out your own damn way.
I love, just do it and get out of your own damn way. Get in the club, honey. Thank you so much for your time, Ashley. It's been so great hearing from you. And I'm so excited to even do our next round of audits too. Yeah. I'm excited to see your next videos come out, honey.
Stay ready. I'm about to publish now. So.
Yay, yes, good. All right, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm just so happy that you have decided to have me in your corner to support you throughout this whole thing. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
As you heard from Ashley, it does not have to be overwhelming. It does not have to be so complicated. Inside the Low Lift Club, you're going to get access to the same step-by-step system and strategic support and resources that has helped her build a channel that is consistently bringing in leads and sales. What I really love about Ashley's story is that she's showing what's possible when you stop overthinking and start implementing. Because you don't need thousands of subscribers or this perfectly polished YouTube channel with perfect videos in order to be successful. All you need is the right strategy and the right level of support. And if you are ready to make YouTube work for your business, just like how it's working for Ashley, go ahead and click the link down below and learn more about joining the Low Lift Club. You're going to get immediate access to our complete roadmap, monthly channel audits, and strategic support to help you launch your channel, build consistency, and turn your viewers into leads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the Low Lift Club. Bye-bye.